Welcome everybody to the news/opinions video that I always do. Everything has my opinion, so take it as you will. Hate it or love it, I'm still gonna be here, still gonna be giving my opinions, and still gonna be doing my video. Millie is not gonna have her video back up. As far as we can tell, Millie is not gonna have that video, the ASMR video where she had a kiss, where she kissed chat as kind of like a redeem for something that needed to get done, etc. She's not gonna have it back, and that's not good. As many people know, I am not a fan of Nijisanji's management. The talents are different. Yes, Millie has had her foot in mouth moments, serious foot in mouth moments during the Nijisanji being a black company, and then the whole Selene incident. It's like, oh, that's so weird. You know, management wouldn't allow blah 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 blah. That thing. People say first and foremost, while we have any issues with any color, this topic seems to affect content creators and especially VTubers as of late in general. We have to say, regardless of our opinions toward the company or the livers, this is becoming more and more of an issue. I agree. Now, I'm not going to read everything that this person has to say, of course, because it's kind of repeating what I just said. It's objectively unjustified. Absolutely is objectively unjustified. Just as Team YouTube claims they've reviewed it and still won't reinstate it, as is mentioned here. Maybe it's not my place to say, but just in case it may have some people thinking it's funny to false report. It's not funny. You shouldn't false report. If you hate somebody, don't watch. Don't false report. Just don't watch. That's what I do. People I don't like, I don't watch. People I don't agree with, people who stabbed me in the back, I don't watch anymore. I don't watch them. That's the best thing you can do. Apathy is much better than hate. Content creation has actually become a dangerous field at this point, unfair to false takedowns for multiple dumb reasons to several people. But Millie herself has provided a timestamp of the violation and is actually nothing. Hoping we can have civil discussion about this without going at Millie. The likes of YouTube, Twitch seem to collectively try and screw creators. So yes, it is an ASMR thing. After thorough review from our policy team, unfortunately your video won't be reinstated. This is dumb. I don't like this. Please review our policy. It wasn't S content. It wasn't. It's like, what the heck? Again, I understand, but I'd like for you to double check this as possible. Many in the comments have pointed out that it's not an S in any way, nor did it violate any of YouTube's guidelines. If this is the case, it could be a risk for all ASMR creators and its community. Striking creators for a single non-S kiss can make it difficult to produce ASMR content intentionally made for sleeping without fear of getting false strikes or penalized. Thank you for reading this, and I hope you can consider. If it doesn't get resolved, it's goodbye ASMR forever. Probably only open only hats or something. You know, it sucks. Like, using a Patreon or something like that for ASMR is becoming more and more of a thing. I know Lure does that, so it's gonna have to be that way, it seems like. Let's take a look and let's hear exactly what it is, because I want to see what the heck YouTube thought was crazy enough to ban to remove this, to fully remove this. Let's see what's going on. That's it. That's how I don't get it. I don't get it. YouTube is dumb. YouTube is not wanting to go back and reverse this, because then they're gonna have to reverse every single ASMR thing. They don't want to set a precedent. This is what I think it is. They don't want to set a precedent to make these things easy to get reversed. And then they are also being lazy, and they don't want to actually look at everything that's going on. This is unfair for Millie. Like I said, I'm usually for the livers unless they do something really dumb, and I'm against the company itself. The company, I really just don't like it. I've said it since the beginning. Anyone who watches my content knows that I don't like the management at all. Now, when it comes to the livers, that's something different. They work hard. This is just dumb. You could hate Millie too. You could actually hate Millie, but this is just dumb. Don't let your hatred blind you. This is dumb. This is a rumor because of vague posting, a little bit of vague posts. This could be something totally different, but people are thinking right now that Sayu is going to be moving to NOA Talents. There is nothing verifying it. She's not verifying it. She was thinking of doing it before. So this is where the ideas are coming from. She was thinking of doing it before. Remember, she was mentioning that NOA Talent approached her, and they basically, people found out it was NOA Talent. They are a Chinese, basically like a multi-channel network type of thing, where you usually you bring your channel to them, and they have you there, and then they help you get into the Chinese market that way. Hololive is using them for some things, for Kobo, for Fubuki, for Matsuri, for those type of people, Fubuki I think as well, to get them into the Chinese market without actually getting in there. Now that I gave you guys a bit of a background, here's what Sayu said. I know people are probably worried about changes and such, and don't worry, nothing is changing. I'm still going to be Sayu. If you have any questions, we'll be talking about things more on Thursday. And then they had the NOA Talent post here about alert, message inbound alert, transcribing audio, sticks and stones, can't break me no more. That could be something about, you know, Sayu's past, if you're thinking about, you know, rumors type of thing. It's fully rumors right now, but they have some sources to try to back it up. There's Sayu, of course, back home, Horror Week, Synchronicity. I know people are probably worried about changes and such. Don't worry, nothing's changing. The thing that I mentioned. Congrats to the best version of you. Happy for you. You're gonna be you, and it's gonna be shine. I'm gonna be there, watch you, believe in you, and you have my full support. Everyone else is thinking as well that she's joining NOA Talent. Honestly, no matter what happens, you have my support. Whatever happens, your future is good. What is this about? And then you have the NOA Talent sticks and stones, and here is the full message here. And of course, when you mention synchronization, people immediately think Sayu. So a lot of things are pointing to Sayu right now. A lot of things are pointing to Sayu. I'm going to mark it as just rumor at this point, because until it is fully verified on November 15th, we will not know who it is. So, of course, if it isn't Sayu, give the person who is a part of the NOA Talent the utmost respect and the utmost support if you want to support NOA Talents. So, of course, either way, give the person who is synchronizing, who is going to be there, full support, whether it be Sayu or not. Camila has had a run-in with a stalker, of course. We all know this by now. Gonna see if I can give you guys the best rundown possible of what is going on with Camila and her stuff.
I was on Evil's channel, and there's a part when Evil is talking to me, and you can see my model kind of go limp for a little bit, because I heard a knock on my window, so I jumped out of my seat. And I was like, what the heck was that? You can't hear me say anything, but I just jumped out of my seat and I muted. And I heard it, and I just didn't know what happened. But then when I looked through the, like the security system that we have, there was no one. So this was like a knock on the window and then a runaway. Like, they knocked and then they walked away, so that there was no one there. So I was like, what the fuck? Okay, so then I just assumed, guys, that it was like a kid being stupid.
Yeah.
You know, like a ding-dong ditch situation. Literally nothing happened. And I went to sleep just fine, and there was nothing. That's when it happened. He came back, and then when I was live again, he only wanted to interact with me when I was live or on someone else's channel.
Oh wow.
I guess.
Creepy.
But,
very creepy.
Yeah, I heard a big bang on some door. I didn't know what he was banging on at first, but that first initial one was the first one that we heard. And then I'm dumb.
The one that I showed you on stream.
I'm really stupid. I muted my microphone because if there was something going on, I didn't want you guys to hear anything, because I feel like that would have been horrible to listen to. You know what I mean? Let's say something did happen and then you heard absolute catastrophe. I ran to my mom to see if she was okay the first thing, and she was fine at the moment, and she was just looking on the cameras that we have. She was looking on the cameras, and she said she saw him, and he had a fucking sledgehammer. He didn't look like he had any weapons, but he was trying to come in with a sledgehammer. It didn't look like anything crazy. It was just like a stupid fucking sledgehammer that you can just get from anywhere. You know what I mean? Like Home Depot or something.
My God.
But he was banging on our garage with it. And that's what that loud noise was. Because our garage is connected to our house, so he was trying to come in from there, I guess. I don't know. Gonna say where, but we were hiding. And yes, guys, we have a weapon. A lot of people on Twitter were saying, oh, well, that's why you're supposed to get a firearm. Yes, we have a firearm. Just in case we need to protect ourselves. I'm telling you, we have like the most insane security imaginable, and I'm so glad that we did, because I really don't know what would have happened if we didn't. So oh my God! I'm not even fucking kidding! What the fuck was that? What? Invest in that kind of stuff. If you, it's very worth it. Why did my iPhone just try to read out my location? What the fuck? Yes. Sorry, I'm freaking shaking again in my bootsies. Yeah, so, you know, I was hiding with my mom with the weapon, and the cops, it was so perfect. Thankfully, there was cops in the area. Blackpink in your area. They were cruising around. I mean, okay, in my area, people are cuckoo crazy drivers. Okay. I swear there are alcoholics left and right with how crazy people drive around me. So there's always police patrolling the area anyways, which is good. It's good. So as soon as I pressed the panic button, they were there in like...
Because she has a panic button that directly goes to the police.
10 minutes, which was really good. Really, really good. We were hiding and, it was kind of quiet. There was no sound happening besides him, you know, party rocking outside my house. Think that he did? Cops never mentioned anything of that sort to me. But yeah, he was trying to break in my house with a sledgehammer. What his motives were, I don't know. I do not know. But, yeah. There's that. I told my family to pack their bags. And I packed my bags and we skedaddled immediately. We heckin' skedaddled. We are not in the home. We didn't really talk much with the cops. After the whole situation happened, it was just like, are you guys okay? Blah, blah, blah. And we were just really freaking shaken up, so we didn't really want to talk much anyways. But the cops said that they would keep us updated with, you know, everything that went on and stuff afterwards, because we were leaving. So, yeah, gave him my number, and the cops informed me yesterday that he actually put a tracker in one of my gifts. I'm surprised he even admitted to it. I feel like some person who is doing something no bueno as this was, I would have never expected him to admit what he did. But he did. He said to the cop that I saw her at a convention and I gave her something and there is a tracker on it. And so...
That is insane. That is just an update. We knew about the tracker, but the fact that they used a sledgehammer to get in there, they were bugging her only when she streamed. That kind of new information is what I wanted to give you guys. I wanted you guys to hear this from her mouth, and of course my reaction to it, but I wanted you to hear it from her mouth first, from her directly, and this sucks. This absolutely sucks. She no longer feels safe in her home. She no longer feels safe where she lives. It also sent all the gifts to the police so that they can check for more trackers, check for more stuff. Even if the gifts get destroyed, it doesn't matter. That's why Hololive and a lot of big agencies don't allow actual gifts. They just allow, you know, the fan letters and things like that easily, things that can easily be looked through. They allow those. They don't allow big gifts anymore because this is a risk. This is an issue. People get a little too crazy when they like people out there as VTubers or other entertainers. Here we have more information about Fubuki's concert that's going to be happening on the 13th of February 2025. It is first solo live Fubuki Kingdom, Thursday the 13th of 2025, Pia Arena MM to be held. Official hashtag is Dear FB Kingdom. The special website is here, of course, as I've seen it before. The PR Times always does this. This is their Fubuki Kingdom one, 213, their tickets, their merch that's available, which is of course the glow sticks, a very nice glow stick. You get other things here. They don't have a happy from it looks like, but yeah, it's gonna be there. Of course, here we have their full-on everything that's going to be happening there. The prices of the tickets. The S-tier tickets are going to be like $100 just about. The A-tier tickets are going to be about $80 or so. The beer tier tickets are going to be about $70 or so. Regular is going to be, which is like way back in the 4F section over here, it's going to be like $50-$60. So that is the way it looks. And of course, because of viewing angles, there's going to be certain places that are not going to be the best. Shirakami Fubuki's first solo live anthem, February 13th at P Arena. So this is amazing for her. It's an amazing thing to have for any of them. And of course, here's a closer seat map of everything and the pricing of everything, as I had mentioned before. And here's is basically cutouts for everything that's happening here. You got the Fubuki towels, you got the FB Kingdom keychain, you have the t-shirts, you have other things like that. You have all this out there. You have the button as well, and the anthem. I think this is like a commemorative ticket type of thing. You have the acrylic stand, the acrylic like diorama. It looks like it's not even a stand, it's like a diorama. You have a wall scroll, and you have another thing with her crest on it, which is amazing to look at. It's amazing to see. You're seeing here too that they have so many things, Ayame, HMV, all these things, all the different ones that they're going to be having in the blessing, the actual album that's being released on January 15th, all the actual songs that are going to be released in there, a little bit more of the cover, the actual cover art of it, highly popular limited edition outer box design and facial expression jacket illustration design have been revealed. And of course, Fubuki deserves all of this because she's done an amazing job, and so does every VTuber who's part of an agency, of course. Our constellation for the first album, FB Kingdom Blessing, will be released today at midnight. And here is the anthem for pre-sale, $83 for the Essentials Pack, with everything that you need. The Essentials Pack involves all of this for $83. I would say that's a steal. In my opinion, that is quite a bit of a steal. And once again, Just my opinion. You can take it or leave it as it is. And here we have her saying, thank you so much. Thank you for Sukan Club 2. Thank you, everyone. Giving her, thanks to everyone who helped her out. And of course, pushing everything, continuing to push and push and push. It's a huge, huge, huge push by the agency to have everything out there, including for both Botan and others, the card game samples of Fubuki here. She's going to be on the foil cover of it, and she's going to actually have her samples out there. There's a sample as well. This is the helper card, I believe. This is the helper card for her, and this is her, her also another card as well. They're all pushing that out there. I wanted to make this all as in one video instead of having 5-6 different videos on this whole thing in order for you guys to get the full rundown of everything that's happening. There's a giant Fubuki. I first saw this giant Fubuki in HoloCure, and it's actually a thing. It's actually a thing now. And you have here, this is also able to produce Kamishiba video for Shirakami Fubuki's important announcement at the Kingdom Fest, which can be found here. And this is the fest that I covered in another part. Basically, they created this art here for it. Congratulations, Fubuki. In this little lore video part in the first part that you should actually go and see. And of course, Mio is going to be Mio was a guest there as well. Mio was also having a lot of fun. Epic Kingdom Prologue, all that kind of stuff was in there. It was a wonderful, wonderful experience for everybody. Just wanted you guys to see everything from the wonderful person known as Fubuki. Raora, Pantera, and Gigi ended up doing the Matryoshka, which is a song that I actually like, a cover that I actually like. That was Miku, I believe. Vocaloid did it first, or Vocaloid was one of the people who did a cover of it. They didn't necessarily do it first, they did a cover of it. That's the first time I heard it, and here we go. They did it together. It's a new cover, Matryoshka, Raora, Pantera, and Gigi Murin. Premiered November 3rd, so it's already premiered at this point. New cover right here, just go and see it. And people are saying, worked on vocal guides. Miori Celesta, which is, I believe she's independent. Correct me if I'm wrong, of course. She did the vocal guides as well as duet scripting. Thank you for having me there. This is Miori Celesta right here, of course. Doing a lot of other things here, just showing their model and everything. They have 50K followers on Twitter. I won't call it X, Twitter. And here is the actual Matryoshka thing. And that is the most I can show you because, of course, Matryoshka is actually copywritten by somebody, and I usually have issues with that. So that is the big Matryoshka thing that they had. It is huge for her to be able to do more covers, for them to doing covers so quickly. Of course, this is something that Hololive does a lot, but the big thing is Miori Celesta was the person who did vocal guides as well as duet script, which is not easy to do. It is fun to see, but not easy to do, of course. And it is always fun to see people like Gigi and Raora get this. Laplus Darkness and Riot Games are going to be having a bit of a collab along with Ayame-san and Roboco. The Unlockers, let's take on the challenge. Complete 3 missions with 3 people. So this is a kind of special event type of situation. Valorant Riot Games 1 episode of Hololive right there. They're going to be doing it on Laplus Darkness's Twitch channel, because she does have her own Twitch channel. Along with other people, they have their Twitch channel. Some of them aren't as active, but I know Laplus does stream on Twitch whenever she wants to do something with Valorant or something like that. She streams on Twitch just kind of when she wants to just do whatever. And last time she streamed was 10 days ago, and she streamed Valorant then. So she's going to be streaming with Valorant there, with Ayame and Roboco. The Unlockers is, like I mentioned, the main thing that they're doing here. Other people are doing the Unlockers as well, trying to find 3 people to play with. And you have Oni Unlockers here as well, with Riot Games is working with Akami Karubi, which is actually someone that I sub to on follow on Twitch. She's a fun little cat girl as well, as you can see there. A lot of people are doing it, and of course, they're working with a lot of Japanese VTubers. Well, they're starting to work with Japanese VTubers in order to get more people to play it eventually, because of course, when you collab and when you do sponsorships like this, people end up going there and end up doing a lot, and it makes it more popular. Respawn and EA reached out to Dokibird and asked her to tell them about their Play Apex story, and why Apex is special to her. Thank you for sponsoring me. Watch the video here. And here's the video.
Hey, I'm back, Dragons! I'm sponsored by EA, and they asked me to share my story. Thank you, EA. I sort of want to talk about how the game changed my life. life. I didn't really get into Apex until season 2. It was actually my very first FPS game. I was so bad at it. I know it's really hard to imagine me, the FPS VTuber, being bad at the FPS game she's known for. Like, I don't know how, but I somehow got to Predator / Top 500 on my first 2 seasons.
First 2 seasons?
I know,
that's
like,
really good.
That game so hard. I played like 8+ hours every day because it was just so addicting. There's just something about the game that made it really special. The gunplay, the movement. There's just no other game that was like this. If it wasn't for Apex, I wouldn't be here. I participated in worldwide tournaments, winning some of them too. Played with some of the top players around the world and created so many great memories. I mean, I even became Gamer of the Year because of Apex. It also led to some of my most viral moments in my career, like the snake bite question and "Are you and Peter still together?" It's actually crazy. So many people I used to watch and idolize when I was a nobody, who are now my friends, know who I am, or like even fans of me. They're like top 10 in the world, and they're like, "I'm actually a Dragoon, Doki," and I'm like, "What? You're a Dragoon?" I'm just a little guy trying to make people laugh while pew-pewing, but somehow you guys just really enjoyed watching it. So yeah, Apex did change my life. It led me to become the Doki you see here today. So thank you, Apex, Respawn, and EA for creating a game that started my career. It really is a very special game.
And that's great. That is wonderful. That I like seeing that. That even if it's an ad, it's a sponsor, whatever you want to call it, she's being real. She's being out there. She reclaimed her VTA award. She reclaimed the snakebite thing. She reclaimed everything from her past life. And she is continuing forward because people are Dragoons, not because of who she was in the past life, not because of the company she was a part of. It's because of who she is as a person, who she is as a personality, not the agency that involved her. Of course, that got a lot of people into her, but the reason they were into her was because of her personality. That's one thing I always say. Yes, the agency can get your name out there, but if you yourself don't have a personality that brings people to you, it's not going to work. You can be at the best agency that gives you the best quality stuff, and it's not going to work if you yourself don't have the itch, the drive to try to make things work. We get closer and closer to Dokibird and Made Mint, their concert. And of course, we have another big announcement here of the buzzing. You can mean one thing. Busy Bee and Fairy Tale Idol joins our lineup of special guests. So Feebee, who's there, also joins them, and is also, I am so incredibly excited and honored to open for Mint and Doki at Phantom Thief's Revenge later this year. The event is going to be super fun, so I hope to see as many Feebee hive buzzing as possible. I'll sing my heart out for you. So there we go. She's the one who's going to be there. It's, of course, you've already had, I think, one other person that has been announced. So they're having some opening headliners, opening acts for the whole headliners. That is Doki and Mint. There's going to be good times for both of them. It's going to be fun for both of them involved. It's just going to be good for the communities, for all of the communities. Task Force Fortis, if you remember, I covered it before for the VFleet project when it was first announced. Their strength and fortitude know no bounds. Join next generation VFleet Project Fortis as they weigh anchor in early December 2024. Let's go Fortis. And here we go. Here's their new, forgot the name of the game for it. I think there's a game on on Android and iPhone that does this, that does the Fleet Girls and stuff. So I was actually very surprised when this popped up as, them here. Ship Girl casting off. Hey there, sailors. Azur Lane is what this is. Thank you. Azur Lane is the ones that did this. Alexa01, Reincarnation, Beautiful Large Cruiser, USS Alaska, CB1. I'm thrilled to join my shipsters in VFleet project. So this is basically an Azur Lane, but basically VTuber. But it's not run by the same people who run Azur Lane, of course. Blitz, Bama, Blitz. Ali 60, one and only Reincarnation, USS Alabama, BB 60. And VFleet Project's newest ship girl. This little ship is big attitude, and I'm ready to start blasting. Let's weigh anchor and roll tide, baby. New ship girl incoming. Greetings, my dear sailors. Lexi 16, the Blue Ghost on the Reincarnation USS Lexington, CV 16. Legendary aircraft carrier. I'm blessed to be able to join my shipsters. Let me be your guiding light in the dark seas. And finally, Josie 62, legendary battleship USS New Jersey, and the new ship girl of VFleet Project Fortis. I can't wait for all the new adventures we will take together. Amazing. I hope the rigging, I'm looking forward to see the rigging of them. So far, the art looks really good. It's very much an Azur Lane reminder of everything. So that is always good to see. I'm very glad that VTubers are getting supported, and it's something new. It's unique. I mean, it's not unique in the game sphere, because like I said, Azur Lane did it, but it's unique in the VTuber sphere. I haven't seen this done before, other than VFleet project. Welcome back, everybody, to the VTuber Showcase, the place where I like to showcase up-and-coming VTubers of all sizes, small, medium, large, etc., that I want to use to help grow this community. The community needs to grow. The community needs to be, you know, not competitive, but actually together, pushing each other up, bringing each other up with whatever chance they get. So here is Pokami Poka. This is their Twitch channel, of course. It's the Twitch channel is what was shown right now. Is their Twitter here, showing a little bit of what they do with a little bit of art that they've been doing, and it looks like also a skeb here, which is very, very nice. Here is their most recent content. Digital Angel Sent Down by Heaven. It says right here, Pokami Poka, I am a silly angel puppy who likes to play games. My goal is to make people smile by meeting their brain with brain rot until their brain is oozing out of their ears. Fun times. Always fun times. And of course, getting a little bit of a view of what's going on here. Let's get a quicker, larger view. There we go.
Or anything, just because I want to know. Her voice makes me fall asleep. Gargura's voice? Gargura's voice? I think... Did I just take a picture of me? Hey! Hey!
There you go. Fun times. Like, they've done really well. They're doing really well. So I'm very glad to be able to showcase them here. And of course, this is a placeholder for their YouTube channel, because they currently, from what I can see, have some shorts here. Some shorts that they've been really putting through there, doing their best to be their best on YouTube and on Twitch. Thank you so much, Pokami Poka, for letting me showcase you on my channel, and I do hope that this helps you grow. Thank you so much for watching. That is all the news that we have for today. Please let me know down below if you want to know any more news, or if you have any comments regarding anything that you saw here, which I will try my best to respond to. I love seeing your comments down below. Of course, as well, like and subscribe to the channel. That will give you more information every single day. I do 2 videos a day, so hopefully you enjoy.